Rare, responsibly sourced. Available at Mervis Diamond Importers.
Good morning, America. Deadly inferno. More than 30 dead, 250,000 people forced to flee as massive wildfires tear up and down California, raging out of control right now. The Camp Fire, now the deadliest and most destructive blaze in the state's history, destroying thousands of buildings. So hot, cars melting. Thousands of firefighters battle to save more homes and families from the devastation.
The town of Paradise, now an apocalyptic wasteland. More than 200 people still missing. But this morning, stories of survival. The nurse who saved lives. And how a father kept his young daughter calm, driving through walls of flame. Our team is there on the scene this morning.
Election cliffhanger. Tensions rising in Georgia and Florida. The candidate retracting his concession and the new lawsuits as officials race against the clock to recount ballots.
Urgent warning. How to stop kidnapping attempts like these. The 10-year-old girl who stopped her would-be abductor with a simple question.
And the ABC News exclusive, Michelle Obama on that bruising campaign battle. The behind-the-scenes pain she didn't let people see until now.
People called me Barack's baby's mama, accused me of not loving my country.
In the book, you admitted this stuff hurt.
Yeah.
And what went through her mind the first time she met the future president? And this moment, surprising high school girls at her alma mater, answering their questions about using your voice, being who you are, and what she said about believing in yourself.
Live in Times Square, this is GMA with Robin Roberts, George Stephanopoulos, and Michael Strahan.
We do say good morning, America, and we hope everybody had a wonderful weekend. And we are continuing to remember our veterans and all they have done for our country. This is a live look at the Vietnam Veterans Memorial there in Washington, D.C.
We honor their service and their sacrifice. We also have a lot of news to get to this morning. We're going to begin with those devastating fires in California. Let's look live right now at a blaze in the southern part of the state. You see it is still burning right there. We also know right now that the death toll is growing. The fires have now killed at least 31 people, more than 200 people still missing, some 7,000 structures destroyed, 200,000 acres burned.
And the Camp Fire in the north is now the most destructive and tied as the deadliest fire in California state history. Take a look at these images showing the town of Paradise before and after the devastating flames. Those buildings, once there, now just rubble.
So horrific. There are 8,000 firefighters spread out across the state. They're battling multiple blazes, barely contained right now, and the threat is growing. Our team is in the fire zone. We begin with our chief national correspondent, Matt Gutman, in Agoura Hills, California. Good morning, Matt.
That water you see geysering behind me, Georgia, and good morning from that severed pipe gives you an indication of the violence with which this firestorm swept through here. I want you to see something. There was a house on those concrete pylons. It is completely melted away. Now, what distinguishes this fire, both of them in the north and the south of the state, is that they are historic in nature. In the north, it's the deadliest fire as this state has ever seen. And here in Southern California, 250,000 people evacuated at one point, 150,000 people still out of their homes. And you can see this devastation behind me. I'm going to have my cameraman spin around. We're going to take a quick walk, and I want to show you the scale of what these firestorms can do, fueled by those 50-mile-per-hour winds from those Santa Anas. This goes on for block after block, street after street here, dozens of homes destroyed.
This morning, firefighters across California bracing for a resurgence of the Santa Ana winds that have fueled an inferno the past few days. Entire mountainsides aglow. Cars and buses, which people tried to use to flee, incinerated. Over 30 killed in fires of historic proportions burning in the northern and southern ends of the state. This fire-nado ripping through a small business in Malibu, the ashes and rubble scattered across California. Thousands of homes melted to their foundations.
Right now we're seeing a great retardant drop right on that line.
Those howling winds blasting embers across communities and the landscape, igniting hundreds of individual blazes, triggering mandatory evacuations for over 250,000 people over the weekend in Southern California, fire cascading into the celebrity enclaves of Malibu and Calabasas. This morning, they're emptied out.
The winds in our area are about to drastically increase over the next 12 hours, and that is why the city of Calabasas as well as Topanga are now under a fresh evacuation order.
50-mile-per-hour winds and dry air act like gasoline to the fire, nearly impossible for firefighters to battle.
What we're going to see over the next 3 days is the ebbs and flows of the winds and the challenges that causes us.
If you didn't see that grill, you would not know that this is a big rig truck. Now, that fire burned at thousands of degrees. I want you to see something. It burned hot enough to create these rivers of molten metal that just melted right off of that truck. With the avalanche of fire pushing towards them, thousands packing up their families and pets, even horses seeking shelter and pushed all the way to the Pacific Ocean. In Northern California, scorched earth as the devastation of the Camp Fire comes to light.
Oh my God.
It has now equaled the deadliest fire in California history, with at least 29 people killed and more than 200 still missing. Over the weekend, thousands raced to escape that blizzard of embers.
Fire. We're going to get on fire.
Okay. And a mother posting this video of her husband bravely trying to calm their daughter as they drive through the inferno.
Hey, guess what? We're not going to catch on fire, okay?
And in that hellscape, in that center of the inferno, the father begins to croon to his daughter, Olivia. It's the only thing he can do to calm his little girl.
Baby, it'll be all right.
They make it to the safety of those ambulances amidst cries of relief and triumph.
You did it! You did it!
We did it together.
And we are told this never-ending fire season has also taken a toll on firefighters. We're told the suicide rate among them has skyrocketed. In fact, George, more firefighters have died from suicide in 2017 than did on the fire lines. And with the Santa Ana winds picking up today, there is going to be much more work for them to do.
Yeah, and so many have lost their homes as well. Okay, Matt, thanks very much. Cecilia?
Okay, George, that devastation just massive and the scope breathtaking. Scott Reif from our Los Angeles station, KABC, is flying over the Southern California's fires right now. Good morning, Scott. What are you seeing there?
Well, good morning to you. We're basically over the Malibu area, and we think that's really is where most of the concern is going to be this morning and into the day for firefighters right along Malibu Canyon Road. And we'll give you a little perspective as we look south. Now, this is mountainous terrain in the Santa Monica Mountains, and to the top left portion of your screen is Malibu. There are a lot of homes that you can't see in there, nestled up in the hillside, big homes that are still in the wake of this fire. Now, the real concern over the next couple of days of those high winds, and sadly, they're forecast to be with us until as late as Wednesday. Cecilia?
Do you get a sense of any containment there, Scott? 25% we're told. Can you see it from the sky?
You can see it, but it's only to the north of the 101 freeway. There's no containment on the south side as you head towards Lake Sherwood and down into Malibu. There's absolutely no containment at this hour.
Okay, Scott, thank you. We're sure thinking of everybody out there.
We sure are. You're right about that, Cecilia. And more now on the massive Camp Fire in Northern California. As we said, the deadliest, most destructive in state history. At least 29 people there killed and nearly 7,000 structures destroyed. The town of Paradise is basically ash. Will Carr is there on the ground, has the latest for us from there. Good morning, Will.
Good morning, Robin. To understand why the death toll continues to rise, you have to understand the extent of all of this damage. You're not talking about just a block like this that is burned to the ground. You're talking about an entire city that has been wiped off the map. Search crews are going through rubble for miles, and they're expecting that death toll to continue to go up.
I called my husband, and I just said, I don't think I'm going to make it out of this. It's coming in too fast.
Nicole Jolly, a nurse at the local hospital, hailed as a real-life hero this morning after she helped rush patients, many elderly and disabled, to safety, pushing some onto a helicopter landing pad as the fire bared down on the hospital.
The whole back of the hospital, the trees were on fire.
After the patients were safe, Nicole, like so many others, tried to drive down a road engulfed with flames.
My car started to fill up with smoke, and somebody came up behind me, hit the back of my car, pushed me off the road. I got out of my car because I knew I was going to die if I stayed in my car. The back of my pants were on fire. I couldn't breathe. The air was so hot, it was burning my lungs. I thought I was going to die right there. And I reached my hand out in front of me, and there was a fire engine that I grabbed onto. I banged onto the side of the door, and two firemen came out. and picked me up, extinguished my pants, and put a fire blanket over me. And by the miracle of God, this dozer came up and cleared a path for us.
Nicole has lost everything, but says she's fortunate to be alive thanks to the help of the brave firefighters.
Do you know the status of your home? Do you know if it's still standing?
No, it's completely gone. It's just stuff. You know, I'm alive, and I thought I was gonna die multiple times.
Nicole, like so many others racing to help people, we've learned that more than 90 first responders have had their homes destroyed by this fire. They're still working round the clock, even though, George, they've lost everything.
Unimaginable stress. Okay, well, thanks very much. We're joined now by California Fire Battalion Chief Lucas Spellman. And Chief, you've got thousands of firefighters out there right now. We just heard that 90 first responders have lost their homes. How are you all holding up?
We're all very exhausted, but at this point we have people depending on us. We have a job to do, and we're not going to stop until these fires are put out.
So many people are depending on you in both the north and the south, and we just heard that that fire down in the south near Malibu, not contained.
Yeah, it's definitely not contained yet, and these winds are going to test our lines for the next few days. So we're optimistic that we can keep fighting these fires, but also cautious with what we have going on.
Have you ever seen a situation like this?
Over the last few years, it really keeps bringing up its head like this, and it's just over and over again. These fires keep looking the same. It's really a new age of firefighting now.
Yeah, Governor Brown calls this a new abnormal. What's behind that?
Well, we definitely have had a large drought. We did have a spike in precipitation last year, which gave us a lot of grass crop, and now we're back kind of in a drought right now. So it's just a recipe for destruction.
Recipe for destruction, and for your men and women out there, 24-hour shifts right now, losing their homes, facing so many different kinds of stress. We just heard leading cause of death now rising in suicide among firefighters as well. What more can be done to help care for all those you lead?
Well, the biggest thing that we like to always say is that it's a big deal for us to get together, talk with each other, talk with your family and friends. That's the biggest thing, and obviously have counseling and things like that after the fact. PTSD is definitely something that is rearing its head in the fire service.
Chief, we are thinking of all of you. Good luck out there.
Thank you, George.
Robin?
Yeah, the stress they have to deal with. What's not helping is the strong winds that are fueling that extremely critical fire danger in California. Rob is in Malibu with the latest forecast for the fire zone. Good morning, Rob.
Good morning, Robin. It's not good, and I can tell you yesterday afternoon when those winds picked up again, it was there was a fear factor in the air knowing what happened just a few days ago. 50+ mile-per-hour wind gusts already measured in the last 24 hours, and here's what we expect as far as the critical fire danger and extreme fire danger with that offshore winds. We have red flag warnings that are posted from the Oregon border all the way down to the Mexico border, and then high pressure has been reinforced over the mountains, and that forces that air offshore. So low levels of humidity, single-digit numbers there, and again, we've already had wind gusts at the higher elevations over 50 miles an hour. We expect that again today, and potentially even stronger winds tomorrow. Robin.
All right, Rob, thank you. George?
Okay, Robin, thanks. President Trump has weighed in on the fires, taking some heat for threatening to cut off federal funds to the state. I want to bring in our chief White House correspondent, John Carlin. John, the president is blaming poor forest management by the state of California. State officials just blasting back.
Well, George, the president's very first response to these fires was to go on the attack against California state officials for what he called gross mismanagement of the forests, saying in a tweet, there is no reason for these massive, deadly, and costly forest fires in California except that forest management is so poor. And then he tweeted a threat, remedy now or no more Fed payments, suggesting he could pull federal payments in the future. That has resulted in a whole host of criticism, including from the very top fire official in the state of California, who responded saying the president's message attacking California and threatening to withhold aid is ill-informed, ill-timed, and demeaning to those who are suffering, as well as the men and women on the front lines.
Okay. And John, on another matter, the president's acting attorney general, Matt Whitaker, taking some fire as well. And we have Democrats now saying, I was talking to the incoming chair of the House Judiciary Committee, Jerry Nadler, yesterday, saying their top priority now in the wake of this appointment is to protect the Mueller investigation.
In fact, Jerry Nadler, who will be the chair of the Judiciary Committee, says that the very first witness he wants before his committee will be Matt Whitaker to demand answers about his past statements on the Mueller investigation. Nadler made it clear, as you say, that protecting Mueller is the very top priority. But at the same time, George, he made it clear that talking about impeachment is premature until we hear about the Mueller's final report, and that if impeachment ever comes to that, it must be bipartisan.
They want to see what he comes up with. John Carl, thanks very much.
The House is bracing for those investigations as well. Let's turn now to the election cliffhangers. More than a dozen races across the country are still undecided, and races in Florida are especially heated. We're talking about thousands of ballots separating the governor and Senate contests there. Both Senate candidates have now filed lawsuits, and now there is a statewide recount underway. Our senior congressional correspondent, Mary Bruce, has more. And Mary, feels like a little deja vu here, sounding like Florida back in 2000 all over again.
Yes, Cecilia, no hanging chads, though, this time around, but they are once again racing to recount votes in Florida. Election workers going round the clock right now to try and meet a 3 p.m. Thursday deadline.
Tensions rising in Florida as protesters over the weekend gathered outside this Broward County election headquarters. The recount of more than 8 million votes in the Sunshine State now in full swing, and the stakes couldn't be higher. The race for governor within a critical half percentage point. Democrat Andrew Gillum, who admitted defeat on election night, is now taking back his concession.
I am replacing my words of concession with an uncompromised and unapologetic call that we count every single vote.
Overnight at a Florida church, Gillum insisting on a full recount.
I'm simply here to say that for the votes that have been cast, they ought to be counted. Every last single one of them.
But his Republican opponent, Ron DeSantis, who currently leads by 33,000 votes, is refusing to back down.
Since the election a few days ago, we have begun our transition efforts to build an administration that can secure Florida's future.
Florida's Senate race is even tighter, and the war of words even uglier. Republican Rick Scott claims his Democratic opponent, Bill Nelson, is trying to steal the election.
Senator Nelson is clearly trying to commit fraud to try to win this election.
But Nelson is accusing Scott of attempting to prevent officials from counting every ballot.
Rick Scott is trying to stop all the votes from being counted, and he's impeding the democratic process.
Both sides have now filed lawsuits. And keeping a close eye from overseas, President Trump is accusing Democrats without evidence of trying to steal 2 big elections in Florida, tweeting, "We are watching closely." But law enforcement is not currently investigating any potential election fraud.
And in Arizona, the battle for that Senate seat is also taking a turn. The Democrat Kyrsten Sinema has now expanded her lead over Republican Martha McSally, with thousands of ballots still to be counted, Cecilia.
Arizona, Florida, they're also counting in Georgia still, Mary.
Yeah, the Democrat there, Stacey Abrams, is not conceding yet in that contentious race. Her campaign argues that there are enough outstanding ballots to force a runoff against Republican Brian Kemp.
Okay, Mary Bruce, thank you. Robin?
To be continued.
Yep.
All right, Cecilia. Now back to Rob with a tornado watch down south, and that got a storm moving to the northeast, Rob?
Yeah, this is going to be a dynamic storm, Robin. Here's a tornado watch. It includes southern Louisiana, Mississippi, and Alabama till noontime today, and this will be rolling up as a nor'easter by tomorrow. Time now for your Select Cities, brought to you by Edward Jones.
Hey, Maya, what's up? Hey, so listen, I was taking another look at your overall financial strategy. You're still thinking about opening your own shop?
Every day.
I think there are some ways to help keep you on track and closer to home.
I'm all ears.
How did Edward Jones grow to $1 trillion in assets under care?
Thanks.
By thinking about your goals as much as you do. Sunglasses and warm coat heading out the door. Your high temperature today, 51 degrees, with rain developing after about 4 or 5 o'clock, and it's going to get rather heavy overnight. Temperature from 51 to 47 degrees as we get into the evening with that rain. In fact, some moderate rain between 10 p.m. and 4 a.m. May see some minor flooding by early tomorrow morning, but the rain will be ending. 51 your high tomorrow, 43 feeling like January Wednesday and especially Thursday with a colder rain moving back.
Coming up, parents are going to really want to hear about this. The quick-thinking 10-year-old who stopped her would-be abductor, the simple question she asked.